Hey CrossFitters, welcome back. It's Coach Bob here, CrossFit Glen Burnie. And today in this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 top factors for improving health. These are the top factors that I have top of mind when I'm working with my individual clients. So we're going to take a look at these 5 and I'm going to give you my thoughts and reflections on these top 5 factors. To these top 5 factors I have, what I'm going to do is kind of just sort of take a look at each one of these. The number one thing that I think a lot of people think about, these are not necessarily in priority order. I just have them listed out 1 to 5. 1 is getting regular exercise. And that is certainly an important part of being active and being healthy is by getting some regular exercise. That may mean 3 times a week for some people. That may mean every day I'm doing some physical activity and building on that. So while I may go into that, I'll just give you my thoughts, especially as we get toward the beginning of the new year and people are setting New Year's resolutions. And when they think of, you know, their number one thing they're going to do is, this is it, I'm going to get fit. I'm going to go and I'm going to improve my mile run from 9 minutes all the way down to 6.5 minutes, or I'm going to do 200 push-ups. I'm all in. Well, the problem is that this all or nothing kind of mentality sets us up for failure. And so much more important to that than that all in mentality is going to be a little bit at a time and consistency. So when I think about number 1, getting regular exercise, getting consistent regular exercise. And so it's kind of like all in that statement right there. So it really needs to be something that we are doing regularly. All right, number 2, I have improving nutrition, quality, and quantity. My number 2 factor for improving health, again, this is not in priority order. When I think about an individual and maybe they're coming in and they're consistently working hard, but you cannot outperform a bad diet, right? So if you know, my lifestyle at the end of the day, you know, work is stressful and I go home and you know, I'm looking forward to that bottle of wine and I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm watching Netflix and I'm not really taking care of my nutrition, then it doesn't matter how hard I work out at the gym. I'm not going to be able to outperform that poor diet. And so you could argue, and I would like to argue, that the improving nutrition and your quality of your nutrition and the quantity that we're eating, that is going to be likely the number 1 factor if we're already taking care of regular exercise. And if we're not seeing those results, we really need to be thinking, does our diet and does our nutrition support the healthy lifestyle that we're trying to have? All right, so my number 3, and this may actually be the number 1 most important thing, is improving our sleep quality and our quantity. Many people that I talk to are not getting nearly enough sleep in their day-to-day lives. The day goes on and then we put more into the end of the day. We're not getting to bed on time. We're not sleeping very well because we got a lot of stress and things we're thinking about. So we toss and we turn. We're not getting a good night's sleep. And a lot of things then snowball out of control. It's harder to stay on track with our nutrition. It's harder to get that good exercise. And so I would say that our nutrition and our activities that we do are going to suffer if we're not taking care of our number 1 thing, which is getting good, adequate amount of sleep daily, consistently throughout that. So, you know, Coach Bob would like to say that number 3 here is probably the number 1 thing as far, you know, if we're trying to get up early in the morning to get that run in or to get that regular exercise, but we're cheating ourselves of a good night's sleep, then I would say, hey, let's make sure we get the sleep taken care of first before we worry about getting that 10-mile run in the morning, okay? It's going to help us to recover, and our body's going to be able to sort out what it needs to do, recover, get the hormones on an even keel so that we can actually have a good, productive, and healthy day. So improve sleep quality and quantity. Number 4 is going to be limit or eliminating negative lifestyle factors. And so this one is really looking at all of the stressors that are out there in life. And if we have things that are stressing us out in life, it's hard for us to be in balance and be able to really take good care of ourselves. And so this becomes an important factor in being healthy and living, improving our health. If we have something stressing us out in life, then that's going to lead to less sleep, not eating well, not exercising well, and probably, things in our hormones that are going to cause us to be, those stress hormones that are just going to cause us to fight for survival, where we're going to put on a little extra weight just to kind of cushion things and make it easier for us to survive those stressful days. So instead of living in a stressful environment, we should try to limit or start to eliminate those stressors, or find things that we can do to limit those stressors. My favorite tip here for limiting those and eliminating those stressors is to start your day with a journal. Write down, maybe the things that you need to do, the to-do list, prioritize them, recognize that the most important things are the things that we should be focusing on, and the less important things, not so much so. Just reflect and, identify those things that are within your control, and that will kind of set you up for success. At the end of the day, you can go back into your journal, check off the things that you've done, reflect on the good things that happened during the day, be grateful for what you do have, and then see where you could have improved, and use that to feed into the next day, setting yourself up to put that journal away for the night. No worries, get a good night's sleep so that you can tackle the next day with a good start the next day, refreshing your list and things like that. So that's just a good tip for, working on the things that are within your control, and to do it in an organized way that helps you to feel more in control. And when we feel more in control of a situation, it is less stressful. So going back to our list here, the last thing I have on here is building deep and meaningful relationships. Nurture those relationships that you have in your life. Be kind, be friendly with one another, support one another, and find someone who complements you very well, and nurture that relationship over time. So folks, these are my 5 big tips or critical factors on building and improving our health. And I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you guys so much for checking in. Take care and have a good day. Peace.